thought it was well organized. They made life difficult for us, in particular the first half, and made the space really small. They had a pretty deep block. They're very good in transition to attack with some of their young attacking players, and I thought we dealt with it pretty well for the most part. So an important 3 points. Nice to get 3 goals. I thought some moments tonight were pretty darn good. I was pretty pleased with a lot what I saw. So most important though, we got the win and we got through some guys. Everyone's healthy for the most part, besides a couple little knocks. So that was another positive for tonight.
I mean, the 3 guys that you were unsure about playing this week, all 3 of them scored tonight. I mean, what did it say just to have them out there again? I mean, looking pretty healthy for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, first with Jarice, those are two kind of lead-off goals, if you will, in the Penn State game, and tonight that just kind of opens the game up. And at that point, obviously, Rutgers gonna have to step out a little bit and get exposed, which then we were able to have a few more good looks. Yeah, really important goal, and he's moving well. I thought he had a couple really good sequences in the first half. The shot he missed just outside the box to his left was a really nice sequence. And when we see him score a lot in training, he's only going to get better as we move into this final phase, which is exciting for us because he can change games on his own for us. And then obviously Joe was fantastic, recovering quickly and getting back to help us, and the goal tonight was really nice. And then Aiden, his knock last week, we had to hold him out a little bit, and his third goal, team's third goal, his goal was really nice as well. So yeah, all 3 will continue to be big parts.
Aiden continues to be such an important part of this team. I mean, he's involved in every single goal, plays really well defensively inside the midfield. I mean, just how crucial is he to this team, especially when he's in the ball game?
Yeah, I mean, he's a dominant personality. He's one that we want to have the ball a lot. He's starting to really find ways to affect the game without it, which I'm really excited about. And that's something we've worked hard, get him a little bit more forward thinking, get him in the box to make a play like he did to score that goal. He's such a player that wants to control the tempo that at times we want him to be a little more aggressive with his movement off the ball. And he's doing that. He wants to win. He wants to be pushed, and we're trying to do all that in one. And he's still only 17, so got to keep that in mind. He's young.
When you have guys in the midfield that are so sound defensively, I mean, Aiden, the final goal, he takes the ball away from the defender, plays on Thomas, and eventually scores. Do you feel like that allows Roman and the rest of the back line just to be that much more solid, to have some more time?
I think our team defending has been good all year, certainly really good in a lot of segments of games, but with the back 4 and with BB and BB and Joe and Aiden, those 3 kind of playing those 2 roles, and we used Aiden wide tonight, or Joe wide, to kind of help us a little bit defensive, but also get in those positions kind of where he scored. Yeah, it makes us pretty balanced, and yet you always feel Jack and Muni can solve something. Roman's playing well, and Simon and Spencer, our back 4 have been good all year, no doubt, and gives us a lot of confidence that we can manage, a really good attacking group, and we've done pretty well with that tonight. No different. They have some good players in the front half. They're good.
I think you started 7 freshmen tonight, and your dad said you didn't think he could ever recall anything like that happening. I mean, do you even think about that anymore, or is it just
actually only during the national anthem, or not the anthem, but when they're doing the lineup.
Yeah.
It actually hits me. It's like freshman from so-and-so, because a lot of them don't play like freshmen, and for us, we're kind of blinded by the year. It doesn't really matter what age. We'll put the best group out there that we feel can help us win a game, and it is a unique year, obviously, with such an older group last year, and then a couple of the underclassmen having an opportunity to turn pro. So we're just fortunate that we have a staff that can recruit really well, and a team that a great program to be a desirable place for these freshmen to come and help us. And at the same time, the older guys have played such a key role in some behind the scenes with this team to really make sure we're hitting on all cylinders.
Coach, obviously we've seen the injuries that Jarice has dealt with this year. How close is he to playing a full 90, do you think? Especially because you guys only have 2 games left in the regular season. Where is he health-wise?
Yeah, I think he's getting there. I mean, part of it too is that we have some good depth in the front half. So even if he was 90 fit, we would probably rotate our players a bit. So we might play him 30 a half, and maybe he could go the 45. But yeah, we just feel like we can get a little extra, some fresh legs. The rules allow us to do it. Obviously, international soccer and others, you can't do that, but in college you can. So we'll take advantage of it. And we try not to ruin the rhythm in the game if we feel like someone's really in good form. But often, there's someone out of the front four that's not necessarily in their A+ game, and we feel like the fresh legs. So I think he's getting closer. But to play a 90, is not common for any of our front half guys. That doesn't happen a lot.
What did Jerice maybe give you tonight that some other guys didn't up top?
Well, I think he can just break the game with an individual moment. I mean, he's so quick. His acceleration, he's also so physically strong that players will bounce off of him. So once he seals you and you as you say, kind of get him on his hip, you're not catching him, and he's strong enough to hold you. And he can break the game open, like I said, with any moment of individual play, and he can finish from distance. Like I said, the lefty, that he just missed wide. We see him score that a lot in training, and you get excited when he was in that position. Like, oh, here we go. And that was something that we didn't have consistently, and this year I think we'll be a little more dangerous from that 25 in central. As good as our teams have been the last couple of years, that wasn't a strength of that last group. They were much more dominant on the edges and how they scored. So keeps teams honest. I still think we've been really good getting chances created. Obviously, that's how we got the goal. Third goal was off Spencer's cross. Tom's hit. The ball came back out.
As you approach the end of the year with this young roster, is there like a message you're giving them? Just because I know nerves, you mentioned that they've looked young a couple of times, but as they're progressing this season, is there a message that when you get closer to the end here, just to keep their cool?
Just trying to develop, the toughness that's required, and we keep saying, defense will win you titles. I mean, good attack wins you games. We gotta have some guys make special plays, and we've spent a lot of time on execution in that area. But their buy-in to that is something that maybe some of them didn't have to do on their previous teams. Attention to detail and restarts, the importance of individual principles against really good attackers. When you have wide players that are dealing with all-American type outside backs that have to track and defend, 30 from goal, that's something they haven't had to do. So their learning curve has got to be fast for us to be as effective as we can. So that's really what we're focusing on. And then, trying to let them play as free as they can within the framework of what we're like to do. And that's a big challenge. And yeah, I think they've responded really well. And obviously the results have shown that they've been able to help us quite a bit.
I know you talk a lot about how these freshmen don't really play like freshmen, but as you approach, the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament, do you feel like this group of freshmen will be ready no matter what environment, what situation they're thrown into?
Hard to say at this point. I do feel that the pressure that you can see the finish line right now of the Big Ten. It's getting a little clear on where things could fall out, and I feel that pressure they're feeling now. I mean, there's a title in 2 weeks that someone's going to raise, and tonight's points were crucial to have an opportunity. So you're not done for the season, but if you want to win that first title amongst the three, tonight was the night we needed points, and that feels good to have them feel that and respond and not overcomplicate what's in front of them. So we just focus on the process, we really do. But I think we're starting to feel that type of that part of the season. It's hard when you're in that first game to go, man, these points are crucial, because you just see so many. The table's not clear. Everyone's got a couple points, whatever. It's hard to let a team understand until they've been through a couple years. They're like, man, if we would have not given that game away, second game of the year, we had the lead. Whatever the scenarios that you can use that as a reference point. These guys haven't had that reference point. Our older guys have, so we can talk to them to help the young guys understand that every game is so crucial. But now it feels, you can see it, so you feel that pressure maybe a little more because it feels more tangible. So that's good. And then I thought Maryland game was a great game for them to feel discomfort with an atmosphere that's very intimidating for a young player, and to feel what it felt like to be down and the way they battled that second half and kept kept grinding. I mean, we didn't obviously get the result, but I thought that response was good from a young team. So good signs.
Go ahead.
The Maryland, he just mentioned Maryland, what we were talking about earlier is that they have the students behind the goal. Is that something you guys have thought about here, of moving the Hoosier Army behind the goals so that it makes it a little harder on the goal?
I think as you saw in some of our bigger games, the Elite Eights, which we've been really fortunate to host, we've done that with the crowd. And I think when the bigger the crowd gets, we're going to push students behind the goals. Our master plan with the stadium upgrade is to put students, because we're going to displace some of the seating on this side. We want as many students or fans that want to be close to the action. It doesn't have to be students only, but they tend to enjoy that part. I think our stadium allows you to find any atmosphere you want. If you wanted a little bit quieter or farther, you can go a little bit higher on the main side and have some family time. And yet if you want to get down the action, you can get right on the board. So our goal is to have all three sides covered with young fans.
Coach, we're talking about getting involved in the action and family. We're sitting with your dad before every game and then during the first half, and then he kind of just disappears after the first half. Any idea? Is that a superstition of his to leave after the first half? Does he relocate somewhere that we don't know
It's hard
about?
to say. Like, he has his own little superstitions and quirks. I don't try to ask too much, because then I might throw it off. It's hard for him. It really is. I mean, when you're so vested in something, the program, that's like, it's so close to him, this whole process. And I think the games when you're not on the sideline, you don't feel like you have any impact. And that's what's hard. As a coach, you still might have, the excitement, and you still not like a player. Players, you went out and competed, you don't worry, you trusted what. As a coach, you feel like you can impact and you're engaged. As a spectator, as he is, he has no bearing on the game, and I think that's hard for him.
Any superstitions for you on the sideline?
No, I'm pretty good. I try not to. I think we have a couple rituals the staff do with a few of us, but I try not to get into that, because it's a little bit dangerous if you can't stay true to it.
What kind of rituals?
Well, Coach Roby and I, we enjoy, as strange as it might sound, we like a little bit of a little scope splash before the game, like the mouthwash. Just kind of cleanses the palate, clears you up before the game. So Coach Roby and I tend to always do that. And we didn't do it against Butler, and he blamed the loss on that. So go figure. But no, we have just a couple of the funny ones. That's one that we do.
2 games left in the regular season. You guys control your own destiny. You went out, you won the Big Ten title again. How do you kind of keep that in perspective with also trying to go out there and just take it one game at a time?
Well, I think it's great, because it like we just said, you see the end so close, and so it does kind of prepare for any type of postseason feeling of like, we need to win this game to be able to have an opportunity and not rely on help. Now in NCAA, the help doesn't matter. I mean, you gotta get advanced. The only help you get is maybe a seed gets knocked off and you get another home game or something, but that's really not what you're thinking about. So I love where we're at. Being in control is what the best thing is, and I told that to the guys, like, you're in control. But the only game that's important is the next one up, and they've really been really good on that. They have, and I give the seniors upper class a lot of credit on that focus, because when you're second for a couple years and then you win it like last year's team, that intensity of the points in every game was so resonant last year that those older players have brought that to this year's team. So that first game, and we're playing Wisconsin, they're firing. They're like, we got to get these points so we have a chance at it. Now it's getting closer, which is nice.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.